I don't replay a game on this channel without bringing something new to the table. What is that thing this time? Well, you probably already know if you read the title, so I don't know why I'm acting like it's a big surprise, but welcome to Let's Play the Spongebob SquarePants movie game, this time with no upgrades. So this is something I've wanted to do for many years, actually, and just never really got around to it. I don't know if there are any other playthroughs like this on YouTube already. I haven't checked. I know other people have tried this and somehow succeeded, I think. It sounds like. But for those of you who aren't aware, this game has an upgrade system, which the game is definitely designed with the expectation that you will use. Upgrades aren't just for show in this game, they make your life a lot easier. How many CPUs do I have on here? 2. I don't know which one this is. This is probably my Let's Play file. That's not... Is that 2007 or 2018? I did not play this in 2018. I haven't played this game in many years. That might be 2007? Is it really in... No, it's not in year, month, day format. It don't be in year, day, month. Actually, huh. It's kind of weird. I don't know what the date is on that. Oh, it's probably because that's when I moved the save files onto my new 360. That might be... That is when I got my new 360. That's when I moved the files over. Weird. Nice, make sure there's nothing weird going to play with. No. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Welcome to our little tale of woe, triumph against impossible odds, terror, and managerly responsibility. Our story begins in the calm waters above the town of Bikini Bottom. As we descend beneath the waves, we find another day. Wait a minute! Hold your seahorses!
I can't believe this is happening here! It's horrible! Whew, thank Neptune, my manager's here!
Talk to me, Krabs.
It started out as a simple order. A Krabby Patty with cheese.
So what went wrong?
When the customer took a bite, no cheese! Oh, this has never happened before!
Get a hold of yourself, Eugene. I'm going in.
So up in the top right is what would normally be our experience meter, and this would normally be our reason to pick up these little things, which are called manliness points, the replacement for, what are they called? Shiny objects in Battle for Bikini Bottom, which this game uses the same engine as. So normally you would use the accrued manliness points, because in this game they're less currency and more experience points, and you'd use it to upgrade these abilities. For instance, upgrading your health up to 6, as opposed to 3. Be able to reflect projectiles back at enemies, etc., etc. For some reason, this camera is really bugging me. Huh, I expect it to be inverted for some reason. Well, it is inverted. I expect it to be non-inverted, I guess, but it's really close up. Can you not change that? I don't think you can. It's weird, I don't remember that being annoying to me in the past. I'll get used to it. As you can see, you can't even avoid getting manliness points from stuff at random. For those of you wondering, I don't plan on this being a 100% playthrough just because there are lots of things in this game that aren't going to be any different if I'm not using upgrades. It really only affects fighting. Good job, Patrick. I never thought about it. That animation where Patrick looks back at the jellyfish and freaks out is actually one of his idle animations.
It's a short slide
boxes.
from manager to, well, not manager.
Nope, that's not gonna work out very well. Well, I'm pressing left trigger to try to send to the camera like this is Jet Set Radio or something. I haven't played this in many, many years, admittedly. I have played Battle for Bikini Bottom a few times ever since I last played this game, though.
Go to the extra section on the options.
I don't think I'm gonna get any extras that are really interesting. film trailer. You eventually get some fun costumes and whatnot, but I think those are most of the later ones. And I don't expect to get the later ones.
Like a little man type stuff.
I'm just saying vegetation just growing on walls.
A manager is always prepared.
But so I don't really have much reason to smack Shy Fish in the face or anything like that either. So I might not worry too much about breaking boxes or anything in general, because manless points are actually just straight useless to me now. Different perspective on playing this game. So, I might as well talk about the first thing we don't plan on upgrading, aside from our health. That being the spin attack. I think your range, I'm not sure, I think your range gets upgraded when you, at least I'm told, that your range gets upgraded when you upgrade the attack as well. It feels a little stubby right now. Short range. So that'll probably make attacking enemies a little bit tougher in the future too. There are lots of enemies that like surrounding themselves with... Hi, Patrick. There are lots of enemies that like surrounding themselves with something that can hurt you. And, or just have some kind of long range weapon. Huh, I never realized these are new models we haven't seen for fish before, and they don't really move much. I know, Mindy.
Jump on top of it.
Was there something back here? I don't remember. Oh, calm down that camera. Very sensitive. Nope. Where are you going, Patrick? Come back here. I never really did wait to see where Patrick actually goes if you don't complete the level. But we also won't be able to reflect projectiles back at enemies, which will, believe me, it's going to make a difference throughout the entirety of the game.
I'm the manager of this establishment. Everything is gonna be just fine.
I'm really scared, man.
You got a name? Come on, Phil, stay with me. I've only got one shot at this. Gotta have the right tools for the job. Bingo. Now I want you to do me a favor, Phil.
What?
Say cheese.
Ah, the beginning. A little yellow friend
Gary is totally wall-eyed.
and prepares for the biggest day of his life. Yet, despite his dreams, he is not honored with the manager position of the new Krusty Krab 2. So he sulks off to drown his depression in ice cream at the local Goofy Goobells. Across the street, jealous of Mr. Krab's success, the diabolical Plankton hatches Plan Z. He steals King Neptune's crown and frames Mr. Krabs for selling it to the far-off and dangerous land of Shell City. Let us now join our heroes in the midst of their self-pity.
Gotta love the abridged storyline here. Oh, licensed games. But now we get to get into the combat.
Hey, buddy, come on, wake up.
Huh? Where am I?
It's 8 in the morning. Closed. Go collect your friend and get out of here.
Hey, buddy! Come on up here and join the party!
Spongebob!
Yeah. Which also means being Patrick. Who, for the most part, actually plays pretty much the same, except he can attack in the air. Huh. I probably won't be able to remember much stuff. You can do some weird stuff in this game, I've seen. And much like Battlefield King Bottom. You can do all sorts of weird, stupid, big stuff. I don't remember how. You can somehow jump up on top of the... Jump on top from here. But oh well. I won't worry about that. This isn't a speedrun or anything. Something like this? Not sure. I don't know this game as well as I know Battlefield King Bottom in terms of secrets breaking things. Goodbye. So those guys aren't going to be a very big deal, the foggers I believe they're called. But even on this level we're going to find other enemies that are a little bit more of a nuisance to deal with. Is there really any reason to worry about attacking that dude back down there? Have fun. These guys we see here.
Spongebob!
What's up, Patrick? You have got to try this new dot broom game.
Doug!
Where?
Forgot that.
Whoa!
So these guys are a bit more of a pain if you don't don't have range attacks. It's easiest just to use range attacks on these guys, and you have plenty of range attacks in this game. Or you can use Patrick's additional move that we're gonna get pretty soon here. Manliest points. I think I'll manliest points. And not just upgrade points. But we're not gonna do that. So get used to seeing that P up there in the corner.
Hey, it's you two again. I missed you guys.
But, well, why, if it exploded, why is it still here? I think you can access this part later. Shut up, game! I can see the screen. You can make this jump here, but it's really hard. And if you're Spongebob at least, you can actually... That's a really hard jump. You can actually access that Goofy Goober token from here, but I don't think Patch can do it because you get attack in the air, so you can't press those buttons. There's not much point to it right now. It's a really hard jump, though. It is not open. I cannot access right now. He can play it once he has a Sonic Wave guitar. And that's actually going to be the case. Normally you can actually cheap out those buttons even without doing the sequence breaking platforming I just mentioned. Normally you can cheap out those buttons by using Patrick's upgraded throw move, which creates an explosion whenever it hits something. So you can pick up on the enemies here, throw out those buttons, and the explosion will hit all the buttons at once. Not so anymore. We're not going to have the upgraded throw move. But the move of more concern right now is they're going to be Patrick's cartwheel, which is wonderfully useful. Can I not hit this thing right now? Darn, you need the cartwheel or the ground pound to be able to hit this. Every time you hit this door, it rotates another 90 degrees, which is kind of funny. You can make it rotate through the ground, then you can make it rotate up to outside, and then you can make it close itself again, and you can lock yourself inside. Interesting fry cook apparatus in here. I think they're reusing assets from Krusty Krab and Battle for Bikini Bottom. Was that Popper Machine Battle for Bikini Bottom? I don't remember. I don't know where it would have been aside from the movie theater. I don't think I ever saw it in the movie theater. Hi. Floggers aren't very coordinated. They tend not to actually attack you directly. And he's going to tell us that we're unimpressive because we don't have enough tokens.
Patrick, if you bring me more Goofy Goober tokens, I can grant you the cartwheel move.
Oh boy, I love whatever that move is.
I do as well. It's Patrick's bread and butter. It's a lot less useful if you don't upgrade it, though.
You will. Just bring me more Goofy Goober tokens.
I think Patrick just kind of listens to her.
Patrick, you still don't have enough.
I have some naval lint.
I'm sure you do.
I'm not sure you do myself. You never wear a shirt. Where's that lint coming from? This is something that's going to be a lot more interesting without ever upgrading. So these I will absolutely give a shot. The Combat Arena challenges, which in this case we're going to play as SpongeBob for. I think you play SpongeBob for all but one of the Combat Arena challenges, actually. But this one, of course, is easier than the rest, since we don't have any additional moves yet anyways. The only thing we're lacking right now is our extra health. It's gonna get... I'm sure I'm gonna get used to seeing that P dancing around in the corner. That's kind of annoying right now. Already. I wish you could just turn off experience, or manliest points in this game. Manliness 0. Only available in SpongeBob Movie Game Final Mix. Come on, guys. Yeah, these guys are gonna be a bit more annoying. Because these guys have a much longer range than you do. It's not as balanced to have a ranged attack, but not upgrading our range attacks is gonna mean that we have to be a lot more accurate with these guys. And these guys move in a really weird way too. They kind of strafe in this strange fashion. So I haven't gotten the hang of this game's camera quite yet for some reason. I really like how enemies move in this game after you attack them. I liked how the robot's mouth came bottom went flying. It made it possible to make some really satisfying trick shots. Enemies in this game just kind of tumble in one direction briefly. No. Hey, what are these glowy things flying around anyways? I want you. Look up health if we need it later. But if I can say that I did this whole thing without ever getting any health upgrades or picking up any health, then all the better. That's probably not going to be the case in later combat challenges. You're probably going to get pretty tough later on without any upgrades. It helps a lot having upgraded abilities in combat arena challenges, especially because your upgraded moves tend to have bigger areas of effect. They tend to get splash damage. Especially Spongebob's own bread and butter move, which is the Bubble Bowl. Patrick gets his best move pretty quickly, I would say, which is the cartwheel, because it effectively makes him invincible. Because the upgraded version gives him a pretty big hitbox around him that will hit anything he passes by. And you can just use it forever. You can just run around using it wherever. You can just use it instead of walking, basically. But if you don't upgrade it, that hitbox is a lot smaller. Ta-da! That went by quickly, though. That's actually the end of this episode. So I'll see you guys next time in the next episode of Let's Play SpongeBob Movie Game without upgrades. This is going to start like a fairly normal playthrough, but it's going to change a lot towards the end. It's like playing this game normally, but with a much steeper difficulty curve. It's going to get a lot harder towards the end than it normally is. This game really gets fairly difficult towards the end, surprisingly. Anyways, Mindy, bestow upon us a cartwheel, at least next episode. Bye everyone.